What is up, legends? We are back in some Ever Crisis. Still having fun, still doing our thing. The cool thing about this game is that they are doing the never let you rest type of feel, but there is kind of a rest, and I'm going to explain that. And typically what Square does is they have a content cycle that they cycle through. Being that this is a new game, they don't really have the content to do that. But what they're doing is they're putting stuff for us to actually do, which is a little bit horizontal but not vertical. So let's go ahead and talk about that real quick. So what they essentially did on the weekend is bring in new content for us to actually do. So obviously we have Cloud and we have Tifa and Red 13 and then also Error. But in the actual event, there was a part 2 to the event, which is pretty cool, which allows us to get another weapon. Another 5-star weapon basically for grinding and using the stamina and they gave a 10 stamina again. I'm doing this on Sunday, this video on Sunday. Obviously, you guys won't see this until Monday morning, but there's something I want to point out and actually doing it. But first, let's talk about the stuff that they actually gave. All right, so you head down, and now we have the yellow watermelons, which leads us to being able to get the 1,000 waves. Now, this weapon is pretty cool for Glenn. It has our ability of HP and a magic defense. So if there's something that is magic based as a fight or something like that, that's pretty good for him to kind of have some defense to knock that out, or not be hit or get knocked out rather. And then he has an ability called Magic Ray. Now, Magic Ray is 400% non-elemental damage, single target. And then over here, you got attack boost, and magic attack boost. Now, the reason why this is interesting is that this could be a buffer on caster classes because attack boost is universal. Same thing, like it's just ability damage is whatever your skill abilities are that are going to actually do damage. Usually, people get confused on attack boost and like physical boost or magic boost. Basically what it is attack boost is ability damage universal and physical boost is physical. Like if this said physical elemental damage, this is magic non-elemental, so this is obviously a magic weapon, which is why he doesn't have anything here for physical, because it wouldn't buff him. So any skill or that says physical on it, that's what you would want physical boosters. This is just going to affect ability damage. Physical is actually going to affect your normal attacks as well. So it's your normals and whatever skills or whatever else, whether it be limit break, whatever else that is a physical type of damage. That's how you can tell which is useful and which is not useful. And you see right here, this has magic ability damage, which means that it's going to directly affect this overall as well, because this is a magic attack. That was a question people asked, but that's how you could tell what's useful and what's not useful. But that aside, what this weapon officially is good for is people like Era, and I think just kind of like Era from Red 13 and some of what Glenn does. I'm not sure if the sniper girl actually is affected by that. She's probably not, but if she is, then it would be that. But this is a good buffer for those characters, and essentially what you can do is you can make it a purple weapon, which is what I'm actually going to do. You also get the opportunity to get more Glenn parts and specifically more Error parts as you farm and get more of that currency. Like I see like Glenn's memory, then Glenn's weapon part. Then you have these nanocube modules, which helps you get your mid-tier stuff going, which is like your middle level before it gets to level 70, I believe, when it turns to purple. These items turn to purple, that is. That's you need. And then you have the grindstone chunks, which is good for leveling up your weapons and alts. All right, so here's what I suggest for this, because one of the things that feels terrible is when you are wasting resources. And for the most part, what I did is essentially I went all the way up to 129. I actually struggle with, so I'm just gonna be like whatever on that. But I know I could probably do it, but I just didn't try it again after I lost the first time. But over here, you'll notice that I went up to these and I used my main team. Here's what I'm suggesting you do, because when you do that, you don't get any EXP for that. The character's already at 50 and everything like that. So once you get to the point of knocking all this out, unless you specifically just gotta have grindstone chunks, what I'm suggesting is you use the B team. So what I essentially did is I head down here, and you see that's why I have Zack, Red 13, and Barrett here. I use the B team, and then I'm trying to get them up to 40. And what I'm going to do is turn around, and then once they're up to 40, go to the C team and start worrying about the first soldier class characters. And the reason why I'm doing that is because we're going to need them anyway, because the story quest stuff is all going to continue, and they're going to obviously have more content for them. So while we have downtime right now, you just go ahead and get useful EXP out of them. Now, if you're concerned about the farming, here's the thing. Even though it has these drops right here that are useful for you, you're still getting the same technical thing down here. It's still getting these drops, even though it's not the purple ones. There's still drops, and it still is going to equal to basically like the same stuff overall as if you had gotten the purple drop. It's just down here at this level, so you're still grinding the same items, and you're still getting the same drops right here as well. It's just that it's costing a little bit less. And stamina, obviously you're gonna have to try a little bit more because you can't farm as quickly as that. Like, no, it's a little bit off, but you just don't want to waste EXP. And I saw like a couple of people on Twitch, because I go around and I'm looking at people, and they're farming with their main teams already maxed. And I said to a few people in a few streams, and they all like, oh, you know what, I didn't even think about that. Like, just don't do that, because stamina is not infinite in this game for you just to be throwing away EXP like that. Like, you don't get that back once you're 50 and you're doing these stages like that, other than when you actually need to do them to get the currency and everything else like this. I'm talking about this currency. I'm talking about the summon currency that we need. Once you complete it and you got all this stuff done, go back to your B team and your C team or whatever else that you want to do, and start leveling them. And once you have to a point, or you can just keep doing that indefinitely and getting all their stuff up and start leveling them basically for free without, well, it's technically not for free, but it's easier that way to go through that and build up your account power. That works on your account power because obviously you're leveling the characters up and you're getting resources, and then you turn around and you start leveling their weapons, which helps as far as account power, because the things that in the background, your sub weapons that you need to actually work on your builds, say like you're going defense, say like you're going attack or heals or stuff like this, you need to actually start getting these character weapons on the alts or the B and C team. You need to start leveling those stuff up and get them to like 60, 70, and 80 as well as your normal team, which is good. So you see, like in the background, I started working on this weapon, Ramu's staff, because obviously it's attack and magic, all that type of stuff. That's a free one that you get from the summons and everything else. You see that's up to 5-star right now. Then you have the Zack weapon, which you see I have right up here. That is attack boost right here, a magic boost. So that's a good weapon to have in the background to help out the character. And now we have this new weapon now, which you see I have at 2 right now. And again, we're working on that, and then we're gonna get that once we hit the 70. Work on that. Now I need these, which is in the store that I'm farming right now. Literally, so I'm gonna actually get that up to 70, and then I'm gonna have this as a background weapon for that. And as a matter of fact, don't I have enough for that now? It's multitasking and making the most of your stamina. Like I was like, wait, why is everybody using their, like, and it wasn't just one person and like one streamer, they was doing. I was like, bro, what? No. No, don't do that. All right, what does it cost? Is it gonna cost the lifesaver stuff? Wait, I didn't pay attention to this the right one or not. But you know what? It don't matter because I'm gonna have to. I think it's that one. Gotta snatch it anyway. I mean, I could have looked, but it did whatever. It's not enough anyway. It was the right one. We need 5 more. Basically, and then as I farm in, and then I'm gonna have that. Plus, I'm gonna have the resources that I've been farming the whole time as far as this, and I'll basically be able to throw this up to 70, and then it's gonna be a level 70 weapon for Glenn, basically for free. And we're just gonna be good to go from there. And then we have another weapon that we can throw around in the background for characters to increase your overall account power. It's like a horizontal type of progression that actually pushes you vertical. It's considered horizontal because you're doing something outside of what you normally do for your main team. You're actually helping your secondary team and your third team, but that actually helps you go towards building up your main team, because these are weapons that are going to be a background and be in your background. Oh, I didn't even know I had this. Let's do it. That works. Hey, Glenn, you getting up there, sir? So I just wanted to point that out. Take advantage more so of your downtime right now, because we don't have it to do anything. And once we're at 50 and you did most of the content, you're just trying to go after fights like in the tower that are really stronger than you, like you saw me do in the last video. So this is where you start to work on the background of your account, and that actually helps you push up your max power, which makes your account stronger. Also makes you ready for when the storyline stuff comes back and we start getting all this type of stuff. Obviously, we're gonna have Sephiroth probably coming soon, but then you have all these, unless you have like your main team. Like the main team, for me, most part is already cool for this, but I have my Crisis Core people that I need to worry about. Well, Zack in particular, which is why I'm doing what I'm doing right now to get him to 40, and I'm gonna stop right there and then worry about First Soldier over here and take care of that, which is probably gonna be in Sephiroth's story. Like I said, so you're probably going to have to use the First Soldier people, at least 2 of them. So I'm going to have them ready. Glenn is probably in the best position right now because I have his summon weapon. I have this event weapon, plus the his main weapon they give you for free. That came out a lot in summons. Not even me trying to make that happen, because he's definitely not, his weapon definitely is not my pick, but it just keeps coming out. So it's just the RNG of what's happening with that. So take advantage of that. This is a good time to build up your account sideways and, you know, have yourself good for the next level of content out there, so you don't have to worry about doing it at that point. And you're kind of like doing multiple things at the same time. It's very time efficient because you're farming the event at the same time, you're getting weapons up at the same time, and you're getting characters leveled at the same time. So all of that saves you EXP, stamina, and everything else, and time, which time is the most important thing about that. So that's all I got really to say. I know it was a little bit talky, but hey, gotta do that sometimes. So let's see what we get here. I saved all these for you guys because I like doing it in front of you. So the people, because sometimes people are like, how'd you get that? And they're like, it's in the video, dog. I haven't been that lucky with these. This probably is a rip. Oh, it's a 9, but it's not a 7, so it's gonna be purples. Okay, we got something new. Or rarity up, rather. All right, we don't have anything obviously for this because I used them all last video, but we do have tickets over here, so we'll do this. Help me out, game. Nope, I'm skipping. Yeah. Okay. All right, so we do have some other tickets here. Not enough for Cloud, but we do have some for Barrett. That works. Big B, let's go. Hook me up, sir. I'm probably gonna skip this too. Oh. Okay. Barrett was like, I want to be used. Nice. It's a new one too. Enemy launcher. That weapon looks badass. Flame projector. Okay, game, I see you. Giving me that Barrett love. What does weapon do? All enemies chain bomber. Okay. Fire I got 8. Okay. AoE homie. Barrett's actually really good. I just went with what I went with because that's where the drops went. But Barrett is actually really good. I'm happy that I'm actually level with him too. I could change out stuff. Red 13. Okay, tickets is showing love out here. It's a dupe. It's a dupe because they didn't do anything. Yeah. That's a limit break for him, though. I think we're done, right? Oh no, we got Zack too. Tickets is showing love. I like it. Dang. All right, what we got? Oh, that weapon looks bad too. Oh, that's his main sword. Definitely like all this stuff getting duped. Defender. That's his tank sword. All right, what we got? Now we got 2 of them. Okay. So that's Dupe City. All right, so that's it. And Zack continuing to get his stuff up, which is good because obviously we're gonna need him for storyline stuff too. He has his own trait. I'm interested to see if they're gonna start pushing towards setting up Rebirth, but not actually like doing it. And that's the interesting thing about this is that this game, when Rebirth comes out, they get to do all that stuff in this game too. So this game got a straight up bright future because it gets to follow all of Intrigade, which we haven't even really got to much yet. Actually we did. They just kind of like ran through all of it. So we'll see. We'll see where all this goes. They still have they have the other games to do too, like and then Advent Children and all that type of stuff. I want Advent Children Cloud, definitely. All right, we'll catch you guys in the next video. See you soon, and hopefully you're still having fun with the content. But definitely try out what I said. It's just a better use of your resources and time and prepping you for the next level of content. Peace.